In this video, I am going to discuss the steps involved for running an application or a job on the computer system. One may take the application or app like Google Chrome, MS Paint or Notepad++ as an example. As I am outlining the steps taking Windows operating system, the application here can also be seen as a file with an extension .exe. Being an exe-based system, all apps at Windows are the executable files. For example, for Notepad++, we are having notepad++.exe. For Google Chrome, we are having chrome.exe. Exe is also termed as binaries, and it constitutes machine code, that is, code in 0101 format, which can be directly understood by the machine for the processing. For each and every instruction in the source file written in some high-level language like C, C++ or Java, the corresponding exe will have equivalent machine code for every instruction written in high-level language. One can see the executable file with respect to an application in the task manager of a Windows operating system. I am taking Notepad++ as an example application here. Its executable file resides on a specific drive of hard disk where the application has been installed initially. In Windows, one can invoke an application either by clicking on the icon of the application or through the command prompt by writing name of the exe file and pressing the enter key. These steps are equivalent to double-clicking on an exe file. I am taking the example of Notepad++ here, and its executable file resides on the C drive of the machine as it has been installed in C drive. When one clicks on the exe file, it gets loaded into the RAM. After this, on the basis of the requirement of an application, either CPU, GPU or IO processor will pick it up from the RAM for further processing. CPU sends the bit stream or 0-1s to the designated electronic circuitry for doing the desired computational work, that is, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. Here, the electronic circuitry is the flip-flop that further comprised of combination of electronic gates like AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, XOR gate, etc. Finally, the gates are the units that take 0-1s, 0-1 or you may say binary as an input and act upon it to give final result. The result as received from the gate circuitry may get saved in some CPU register if needed for some allied or dependent computational task, where you can say that CPU registers are the fast but temporary storage units, or the result obtained from the gate circuit may get routed to the display screen or the speaker depending upon the variety of output. Finally, we can say that all the applications initially reside on the hard disk. On double click, the application get invoked and get loaded into the RAM. From RAM, it gets picked up by the processor and the processor sends the binary code to the electronic circuit for final processing.